Big Ten championship game week. You can't read it on this thing because it explodes in the light bulb thing, but it says beat Badgers, and a thing over there says beat W with a trophy next to it. So they know who they're playing, and they know what they're trying to do, which is win the Big Ten championship with an injured quarterback. Justin Fields spoke with us on Tuesday. Stephen, what did you take away from the way that Justin Fields spoke about his knee injury?
I think he knows he's a little banged up, but he just doesn't care. Like he said something. He basically said something along the lines of that, like, I don't care what happened. I'm playing on Saturday, which kind of like plays into the toughness. And he explained why he feels like he needs to be this tough, because like he's still trying to gain the trust of the team, and like doing things like that helps with that, gaining the trust of the team. So it does seem like he knows he's a little banged up, but just didn't care about it.
I will say the idea that like, hey, I'm going to wear the big brace against Wisconsin. He wore the bigger brace in practice last week on Tuesday and Wednesday. He said he wore the smaller brace on Thursday. He started the Michigan game with the smaller brace. Then when he got the injury re-aggravated, he went to the bigger brace. And he said, I can't really run with the bigger brace, but I don't have to be that mobile to win this game. I did think like this is a thing, and I'm not thinking about Wisconsin. I'm thinking about Clemson and LSU and Oklahoma and Utah and what it's going to take to win the national championship. I think like a mobile Justin Fields who can run is kind of important for that. Now, they're going to have a 3-week break between the Big Ten championship and the playoff semifinal. But did that raise any alarm bells for you at all, Nathan? Or would you imagine, with the 3 weeks off, he should be back to normal?
Well, I think, not to get into a semantic argument here, but I think there's a difference between being hurt and being injured. So I don't know if I would call Justin Fields injured at this point. He's still out there playing, even when he got banged up the other day. Came out for 7 plays, came back in, played, scored a touchdown on the very first play. He's hurt. He's playing hurt. You have to play hurt to win games and win championships at this level of the season. I think it behooves Ohio State to try to put Wisconsin away early and potentially get him out of the game early and give him even more rest. The good thing is he does have a break coming up, although there could be some travel and other things involved if he's involved with the Heisman and things like that. Those things are part of how things kind of grate on you at this point of the season. But I'm not overly concerned about his mobility, just because I think they're going to have some gap to maybe get him rehabbed and get that knee in a better shape. But remember, going into the last game, they didn't demand that he wear the bigger brace. They gave him the option. He let him wear the smaller brace because they thought it would make him more mobile. And he talked today about the bigger brace being more about just his confidence and kind of his own sense of security more than anything that it actually does to protect the knee.
I think if he's wearing the bigger brace for the playoff, and we don't know, right? Let's not pretend we know what's going to happen. How much does it decrease Ohio State's percent chance of winning against a playoff team if Justin Fields can't move as well as he usually does? Quick answer. The percent chance, it reduces Ohio State's overall chances of winning against Clemson or LSU.
54%.
Wow, now that's high, I think. What do you think?
Yeah, I was going to say, like, depending on the opponent, too.
I said Clemson or LSU. Let's not talk about Utah.
Well, okay, but it decreases their chances of beating Clemson more than it decreases their chance of beating LSU, because LSU's defense isn't as good as Clemson's.
Yeah, unless you need to score 50 to beat LSU. So maybe
what's your percentage?
Like 10 or 12%, but that might be the difference between winning and losing. Okay. I don't think it decreases their chances of beating LSU by half if he's a little gimpy. I don't know. I thought like you underplayed it. Now I came to you and you overplayed it. Because here's the thing. It's not about whatever we want to say. Is he hurt? Is he injured? What's the actual injury? If he can't do what he normally does, and he just said, I can't run as well, that's what matters, right?
Yes, however, the play that he came in, the first play back, the one that everybody's making a big deal out of, not only did he throw that touchdown pass, but he made that play happen with his legs. So it's not like he's completely immobile right now. He's not 100%. He's not the perfect Justin Fields that we've seen for part of this season that was able to run the ball as well as he did. And they have time to get him back to that level. I'm just saying it's a concern, but I don't know if it's a panic at this situation.
No, I don't think it's a panic. I think I came out of that maybe more thinking about it as a than I maybe anticipated going into it. Not for this Saturday, because it doesn't matter, but for down the road. Yeah, listen, this guy's he's tough. That guy is tough.
I think if the game that you're talking about was this Saturday, then it's an issue. But he's got 4 weeks to get ready for that game. So, I think he'll be fine by the time that rolls around.
We think.
Unless he hurts it more on Saturday.
Well, yeah, that's a given.
Ohio State 2 years ago, again, JT Barrett got hurt in the Michigan game, had arthroscopic surgery in the week in between. They went and beat Wisconsin, but JT Barrett was not quite himself. Instead of playing Dwayne Haskins the backup, they played JT Barrett the starter, and it was enough. It was fine. But Saturday's not the issue. Saturday's not the issue for any of this stuff, which is why we're not going to say who they're playing. They're going to win. Steven, Nathan, Doug, we probably said Wisconsin in there somewhere. I'm going to try to be dismissive of Wisconsin, but I'm going to accidentally talk about it. I'm just going to be dismissive. And if that gives them bulletin board material, I don't care.
For the record, you said W with a trophy, so that should count as your reference.
That's true. Beat that.
Beat the Badgers. See ya.